Well, another day of trading Nasdaq futures is in the books. Today's session, the morning session was great. We obviously were on the live stream like usual here on this channel, which starts at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. The markets decided to dump a good portion of the day. All of my trades, the average trade time was 41 seconds. So you're going to see a lot of scalping today on a green day. So let's go and dive into those trades from this morning session's live stream. Yo, good morning. Happy Monday. From a news perspective, we got nothing. Nothing today. Today is also, I believe, Columbus Day. I think I saw that on my calendar. But markets are open. Kind of open to the downside, slowly creeping up out of value area low, coming down to test point of control from Friday. We got value area high for the full rotation at 230. I actually think that makes a decent amount of sense on this daily level, given the flush that we had. Just like a little kick up does make sense. And so I think if we do have that slight retrace, it would make sense to go up to 240 or so. ES on the way up as well to 36.84. Overall, though, everything is just like heavy, extremely heavy. So for me, just wanting to be patient and erring on a side of weakness. That doesn't mean that I'm only looking for shorts, obviously, but just erring on a side of, you know, a little weakness. All right, here comes VWAP. This is actually pretty interesting on opening range to be testing VWAP already on the NAS. So from opening range high to current, it's what, 80 points? Am I doing the math there right? 70 points. I kind of like the bounce off VWAP here. I'm going to give it a little test. I just went ahead and closed that out manually. Looks like I probably would have gotten filled right now for the full 10 points, but that was a little bit of a very aggressive trade. That type of bounce off VWAP, I feel like is pretty good, which is what we're seeing right now. We got the buyer stepping in, quick little flush on VWAP after a really kind of a heavy red candle. I feel like an initial bounce there makes a lot of sense, but I'm not willing to hold that for a lot or be willing to, you know, stomach any sort of movement there. So obviously I feel like I showed that by getting out pretty freaking quickly. Happy with that trade. Make sure you press the thumbs up button down below. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to the video. We are live every day, 8:20 a.m. Central Time here on this channel, so come hang out in the live stream. Check out the links down below. There's a lot of good ones down there. Like my Instagram is Trades by Matt. If you're interested in getting a funded account, it is linked down there. You can get 20% off Top Step, and there's an FAQ with helpful videos as well. So thanks for watching. Sweeping the lows. So now we need to sweep the overnight lows at 85 potentially, but looks like we're just jumping right back above 11K so far. ES wicking nicely. I'm actually going to participate here. I like this wick on the ES, and the NAS has been pushing out of 11K. Delta was holding up as well. That's the last piece of information I wanted to add. Got a block at 40.5, 280 there on the ES, the upside. All right, we're out. It's 260 bucks. Happy with that trade. All right, so that was just back to the top of the range was my target there in the mid 20s. Back to the short-term top of the range, I should say, after we bounced out of 11K the first time. Same thing. Delta held up for the most part as we made new lows, which is also why I got in. And then the ES had a nice little wick to the downside. Quick vibe check, chat. If you are watching, how is your day going? Is it good or is it bad? Are you green or are you red? Is question one. And then question two is whether you're green or red, what are you doing that you want to continue doing? What do you like about the day that you're executing on? Question three is what do you want to improve on, whether you're green or red, right? Even if you're having a great day, there's probably something you could be doing better. So that's question three. Answer those. That's what we call the vibe check. And it's just a little way of, you know, having a quote unquote journal, I guess, in the chat, because everybody's pretty anonymous. And then you can kind of just get a little gauge on how everybody's day is going also, which is pretty interesting, actually. So question one, question two, question three. How's it going? What are you doing right that you want to continue doing? What are you doing wrong that you want to fix? Acknowledge it and move on, right? I think the wick test or the trade here at 54, I mean, we're right at this little level here, right? The prior support that we were holding up at 55. Like, this is interesting to me, but I just don't know if we're just going to hop right back into the range. I'm going to try it. It's right at the area that I wanted to get short at. But ES came down, tested that prior open, trying to rip out of it. I don't like this type of setup on the ES for being short. So I'm going to kill this trade, try and find just a decent tick movement that I like. Oh, it's going back down to test it, so we might flush it. Normally, this is like a decent buy-up opportunity. All right, that's it for me. I'm taking that. Pretty confident trade there. Just trading off the prior support, which turns into resistance when it goes up to test it again. Take that trade. Look at the basically middle of the range. Seemingly a spot that is pretty guaranteed to get exited at. And then killing it out there.